Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga. G'day, Shanna and Tesht. And may I add, guten Tag. I'm AJ, this is Uga Chaka, and I'm back in Sweden. Resuming normal transmission, I guess. It's been a bit of a long layover back in Australia. And recently I've come to Sweden and to reacquaint myself with the Romet Ogar 202. Thanks for watching, by the way. I've had a couple of videos, as you've probably noticed, and I expected absolutely no one to look at them, but there's actually been way more than I expected. So I don't know, hopefully you learned something. No doubt you had a laugh, probably at my expense, but fair enough. I reckon I deserved it. As I explained before, I know nothing much about bikes, so this is kind of a idiot's guide to the Romet Ogar 202, just in case you're looking to get one and wanting to know what it's all about in English. So without any further ado, the first thing I'm going to have to do is an oil change. I've had it sitting there in a barn over winter, all covered up, bit of fuel stabilizer in the tank. And now it's time to clean out the oil, refresh it, get it started and get going again. We've got a bit of sunshine in the background here, as you can see, and you know, the weather's going to be up and down. It's Sweden after all, so I'm going to make the most of my opportunities and get out as soon as I possibly can. So I hope you're out there now on your bikes or thinking about getting one. Now's the time to do it and enjoy the summer. So stay tuned for the oil change. Here we are, we're about to do the oil change, and of course we need oil, and in this instance, for this particular bike, we've got the 20W50 mineral motor oil, which is the recommendation, and here we've got this bolt underneath. That's the one. I have seen another video, some guy out in, I don't know where he was, Bulgaria I think, who did this in English, so there's other stuff out there, but just to kind of contribute to the channel, I'm going to do it as well. And so yeah, he looked at about 700-800 mil of oil, so I'll use him as a bit of a gauge. I think it worked alright. So we're sitting at 226.7, they're not in sync, doesn't surprise me, kilometres, and yeah, as I said, this is a stock factory motor oil, came with the bike, so I'm giving it its first change. So, you know, I think probably should have been around about 100 to get that crap out, but anyway, I was bit slack, and I put it in winter storage. So as I say, now's the time to do it, and then I'll probably do another, I don't know, I think the next one's like 1000k. There's the dipstick there, so it's pretty full. So I've loosened it already, and so it's just about ready to gush, and just note that it is anti-clockwise. It's a bit tight to begin with, but I loosened it, as I said, with a bit of WD-40 and it was good to go. So we'll just loosen it a bit, and I'm going to have to be quick, I think. We'll soon see as we go anti-clockwise, and I reckon we're ready to go. Here we go. Beautiful. We have oil and no mess. So let's just let that drain, and you can enjoy the spectacle. Hopefully I'm filming it. So I haven't actually started it up since it was winterized and popped in the barn. The battery is still okay. I didn't have it all charged up whilst in storage, so that was fine, because I've switched it already. So we'll just turn it over once this is done. Hopefully everything's okay, and then we'll be good to go. So job done, and we've completely drained the oil. It's sort of a very long, slow drip, towards the end, but I cut that short, and that's what we got. And now that's all tight, 17mm wrench, did the job. And this is the gauge telling us whether we're high or low. There's nothing in it now, of course, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on the level here, pop in, as I say, around about maybe 700 to begin with, and then we'll do a check. Okay, look at that shit angle. That's not going to work. Anyway, I might just leave it at that. It's just putting in oil, you get the idea. So while it was a bit awkward, obviously I need a smaller, those little siphon things. But as you can see, we're pretty full, heading up to the high line. Okay, so oil change is done. The levels look pretty good. So now's the moment of truth. Let's see whether we can get it started. Okay, so we'll let it run and then take it for a bit of a spin, make it a long one, let that oil do its thing. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are, quite simple, that's an oil change, and happy riding. See ya. I'm high on believing that you're